So I've made two demand curves. Both are pretty much inelastic. I'll just take it from here so that it looks exactly the same. There's no difference in it. So we're doing two cases of inelastic. Now, the value of inelastic, we have to see how do we derive the value of inelastic. So PED's formula is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. In elastic, we say that the value change in quantity is less than the change in price. So let's say if there is a 10% increase in price, there is a smaller percentage decrease in quantity. I've just given the values from my own point of view. And so, as a result of this, what we get is negative 0.5. We've mentioned this before also, the negative gets ignored. Okay, so you ignore and you see that the value of PED is less than 1. And the reason for this is that your percentage change in quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in the price. That's the rule. Okay. So let's say this is the price and this is the quantity. Okay. Let's assume the price was like 10 and the quantity was say 100. Okay. Now, as a result, our price went up, and demand curve is telling us that when the price went up, the quantity fell, but it did not fall much. So, based on our example below, the price went up by 10%. So, 10 रुपए का 10% becomes 11 rupees, and 5% fall in क्वांटिटी 100 का 5% इज 5, तो ये गिर के 95 पे आ जाता है. ठीक है. So we want to see what happened to the revenue in this case. The original revenue is 10 into 100,000. The new revenue वैसे तो मेरे gain और loss की basis पे, let me see. Original revenue is price into quantity, all of that. Okay, that's my original revenue. Then after that, when the price rose, my new revenue becomes P1 Q1. I can clearly see what has happened. Price बढ़ने की वजह से मेरा gain area is bigger than the loss. तो रेवेन्यू बढ़ना चाहिए. लेट्स सी वेदर रेवेन्यू हैज इंक्रीज्ड और नॉट. नया रेवेन्यू निकालेंगे 11 इंटू 95 करके. सो एज अ रिजल्ट वी गेट 11 इंटू 95 इज, and so we proved. Now, this is a necessity good, or this is a good which takes a small proportion of income, or this is a good with many uses, or this is a good with very few substitutes. So in the second case, and if the price falls by so much, the gain in the quantity is so little. ठीक है. From the value point of view, let's take a look at this. Let's say PO was 10 and QO was 100 from my previous example. I'm just taking values from there. Now what happens is that the price falls down to, let's say, 9 rupees, and as a result the quantity increases to 105. Let's see what's the percentage changes here. I'm going to use my PED formula, which is percentage change in quantity demanded. So going from 100 to 105, that is an increase by 5%. And going from 10 to 9, that's a decrease by 10. Because we need to show, according to the diagram, that the percentage fall in the price should be greater than the percentage increase in the quantity. So based on that, again the value is negative 0.5. You ignore the negative sign, and what do we see? What we see is that PED's value is less than 1. Again, the case is inelastic. Now, what happened to the revenue? Graphically, if I did not have numbers, which you will not have when you're doing your essay, you don't have to do it with numbers. तो उस केस में you will have to solve it on your own. ठीक है? तो original revenue is this much. Let's put in the new revenue is that much. So because of the price fall, you lose this money, and because of the increase in quantity, you gain this. So as a result, before even doing numbers, I know that my result is inelastic. Price goes down, revenue will go down. Let us prove it. Original revenue is 10 into 100,000 हो गया. The new revenue is 9 into 105. That will be 945, and the revenue has fallen.